Hey, good day to you. This is Todd. I am a regular dude walking in the Word. Hey, how would it be if we had the Bible here, and as we were looking at the Bible, God was like changing His mind, and you'd have to like rewrite the Bible because God changed His mind, and then 10 years later, God changed His mind again, and so you kind of had to he had to have people rewrite the Bible because He changed His mind again. Okay. And even living life like that, like, oh, I wonder what God's going to change His mind to do tomorrow. Okay, no, it's not like that. God doesn't change His mind like that. Okay, there's times where His plan. I mean, He will allow His. Ultimately, if you look at it like this, He has His will, and His will is like going, this way. He's going to allow you to fiddle faddle around that will, and maybe get off sidetrack a little bit and pull you back in. But ultimately, He has a place where He's getting you, and that's part of His will for your life. And so God doesn't change that. That's part of it. And just like His Word, the Bible doesn't change. Okay, we don't go through revisions every 5 years because God changed His mind. Okay, like our dictionary is in constant revisions because we're deciding, these are new words, or these words aren't really used anymore, or whatever. There's no revisions needed for the Bible, and so God doesn't change His mind. Today I've entitled our episode here, our unchanging God. He doesn't change, and you're going to see here in this passage, and this is Balaam's second message here. You're going to see that God said, I don't change, so why did you keep coming at me? It was like some stupid, goofy stuff. Like Balak was like, hey, maybe if we go over here and do this, and you look at him a different way, then God will change His mind somehow. Okay, some false gods might be goofy like that, which they're false and not real, but not our God. He's not going to go, oh, yeah, you moved over to, Georgia and are looking at it this way. It doesn't make sense, okay? Our God is unchanging. And you're going to see that in this passage here. So this is taken from Numbers chapter 23, verses 13 to 26 here today, okay? It says, Then Balak said to him, Come with me to another place where you can see them, and you will not see them all, but only the outskirts of the camp. And from there curse them for me. So he took them to the field of Zophim on top of Pisgah, and there he built 7 altars and offered a bull and a ram on each altar. Okay, so here Balak is, doing stupid stuff of trying to, say, maybe if we do it from this angle, God will change His mind. Verse 15, Balaam said to Balak, Stay here beside your offering while I meet with him over there. And Balaam, he's acting just as stupid because he's going along with this. Oh, yeah, maybe if we just come from a different angle, God will say something different. Verse 16, the Lord met with Balaam and put a word in his mouth and said, Go back to Balak and give him this word. So he went to him and found him standing beside his offering with the Moabite officials. Balak asked him, What did the Lord say? Then he spoke this message. Look out, here it comes. Arise, Balak, and listen. Hear me, son of Zippor. God is not human that He should lie, not a human being that He should change His mind. Does He speak and then not act? Does He promise and not fulfill? So that particular verse is highlighted in my Bible here. Because God's not human, and He doesn't change His mind like, oh, yeah. No, I changed my mind, I liked red yesterday. I like blue today. Nope, God's the same. Anyway, let's move on here. It's 2 pages here. I have received a command to bless. He has blessed, and I cannot change it. No misfortune is seen in Jacob. No misery is observed in Israel. The Lord their God is with them. The shout of the king is among them. God brought them out of Egypt. They have the strength of a wild ox. Get that? They have the strength of a wild ox. There is no divination against Jacob, no evil omens against Israel. It will now be said of Jacob and of Israel, see what God has done. The people rise like a lioness. They rouse themselves like a lion that does not rest till it devours the prey and drinks the blood of the victims. Okay, wow, that's pretty graphic there with this. And it's like our unchanging God is seen there. I mean, this stuff was said a little more discreetly in the previous ones, in the previous prophecy, but then this one is more direct here. And then it says, the verse 24, I'll read that again. The people rise like a lioness. They rouse themselves like a lion that does not rest till it devours its prey and drinks the blood of its victims. Verse 25, then Balak said to Balaam, neither curse them at all, nor bless them at all. Balaam answered, did I not tell you? I must do whatever the Lord says. So, in this, you can see they're trying to, Balaam and Balak are trying to change God's mind. God has already said repeatedly, this is what his plan is, his love for Jacob. You're not going to curse Jacob and all his descendants. They're my chosen people. That's not going to happen. Okay. And they kind of worm their way around and say, oh, maybe if we do it this way or whatever. And God has to now tell them, sorry, I don't change my mind. This is the way it is. So anyway, our God is like it. And like I said before, I don't have to worry about revisions of the Bible every 10 years because God changes his mind. God is the same. He's the same yesterday, today, and forever. Thanks for watching. I'm just a regular dude walking in the Word, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow as we continue looking at these prophecies of Balaam. Lord's blessing. I'll see you tomorrow.